And traffic together. Michelle Muscatello joining us to talk about sort of the duration of this storm. You're not expecting it to be like an all-day event, though, Michelle.
No, just bad timing.
Yeah.
You know, more than anything. We're talking about this morning for the main impacts from this storm. We may even end with some sunshine today. So talk about a quick hitter. Let's go down and take a look. It's actually just been a steady snow for the last hour or so, and already getting reports of about an inch of fresh snowfall on the ground. You can see some shades of darker blue moving across Rhode Island. We'll go down to the current view here in all of Rhode Island right now, the exception Block Island in the blue. So we're looking at snow falling. Temperatures are starting to warm along the islands and the Outer Cape, and you can see where we're getting a little bit of that mixing basically east of the Cape Cod Canal. New Bedford still seeing snow, and it's falling at a good clip, and I expect this to continue now through about 10 o'clock this morning. So it's a short duration but bad timing snow event. Certainly not the biggest snowfall totals we've seen this weekend. I think equally as important of a weather story is going to be the temperatures through the weekend and early this upcoming week, where it's just going to be frigid, and then possibly another whopper of a storm for next week. A lot of questions about this midweek storm next week, but it's definitely something to keep an eye on. Weather spotters Kelly in Westport, she says about an inch of snow at 27 degrees. Ray and Tina in Pawtucket checking in about 4:30 in the morning. They said just under an inch at that point, and Jerry and Warren's reporting the car tops are white again, 25 degrees there. So this morning's commute looking something like this. Snow-covered roadways, at times poor visibility. In fact, I just checked some of the visibilities, and most of us are down to about a mile, mile and a half. So what to expect for this morning? Well, the steadiest of the snow from about 6 to 10 o'clock this morning with slippery travel. It tapers off by between noon and 2, and by 2 o'clock we should be dry in most areas. And as we take a look at the bigger picture on satellite and radar, our storm's actually developing right around here. You can see some yellows and oranges just east of Block Island, sign of that intensifying storm system. Problem is, it's really just getting going, so by the time it gets past us is when it'll be at its strongest. So it's moving so quickly too that it doesn't have a chance to dump, say, these really high snowfall totals like some of what we've seen in these past storms. Temperatures, want to show you this. Talking about the cold that's heading our way. It's this air mass. It's an Arctic one. Check out some of the temperatures this morning. 14 to 25 below across the northern plains. That's the actual air temperature. Now, it's not going to get that cold here, but that cold air mass is going to be headed our way, and we're going to see some of the chilliest temperatures of the season over the weekend and on Monday. 8 o'clock this morning, Futurecast still showing snow across Rhode Island. Notice where the mixing line gets all the way up to about Buzzards Bay before this starts to wind down. So 10 o'clock in the morning, steady snow quickly coming to an end, and by 2 o'clock we're dry most areas, and then clearing skies even as we head into this evening. And as we take a look at what we are expecting for snowfall accumulations, this is through about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I think 4 to 5 inches is probably a good bet for most areas. I'm going 3 to 6 for most of Rhode Island, Bristol County, and Plymouth counties in Massachusetts. Slightly higher amounts, say 5 to 7, maybe an isolated 8-inch total north and west of 295. Up here the air is a little bit colder. The snow will tend to be a little bit fluffier, so that fluff factor adding an inch or so to the snowfall totals up there. All right, check out this weekend. These are highs for the weekend. Much colder Saturday, 22. We've seen days like that. Sunday we start out with single-digit temperatures only reaching into the teens, and Sunday night we could be down below 0 for the actual air temperature. So these weekend nights is when you're going to want to watch for the frozen pipes, and even as we head into Monday as well. Monday night's high, a low only at about 3 above. So your 7-day Futurecast, snow mostly this morning at about 32, and then teens and 20s for the 4 days after that, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Timing the next system, it looks like it'll be sometime late Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe stretching into a part of Thursday, and at this point it looks like it could be rain, snow, and sleet with that midweek storm.